So now I'm going to introduce one of your own, our student speaker. Our student speaker this evening is Nancy Fernandez, who will graduate with a BA in biology. Nancy's come far at UNH Manchester and in all aspects of her remarkable personal journey. She's a person who will simply not be deterred by the obstacles life tends to throw in our paths. She's a model of resilience, intelligence, work ethic, and caring, and it's been a real privilege to get to know her this semester. Nancy has conducted work on genomes while a student at UNH Manchester, and for both personal and professional reasons, she decided she would continue with her education by going to graduate school. And I'll brag a little bit about her. She applied to and was accepted at both Duke University and the UNH Genetics program in Durham. She's a star in more than one respect. Nancy.
Thank you. Good evening, and thank you to the students, President Huddleston, Provost Aber, Dean Ward, members of the Board of Trustees, and other distinguished guests. A special thanks to all of the parents, and for some of us, our children and spouses or partners, for being here not only tonight, but for the duration of our quest for higher education. Without you, we all would have had a much harder road. Alex Haley said the best way to begin a speech is, let me tell you a story. My story begins in August 2008. I was returning from India after spending a month in an ashram at the source of the Ganges River. My children were returning from a vacation in the Caribbean, and life was good. Since we had all been cramped in airplanes for extended periods of time, we decided we would go and visit our chiropractor and friend, Dr. Letelier. After the visit, my daughter and I felt like new. But when Dr. Letelier called me into his office and told me my son had a problem, my world suddenly changed. Within a week, my son was diagnosed with Chiari-1 malformation and had undergone brain surgery at Children's Hospital at Dartmouth. After the surgery, I didn't ask, why Josh? I asked, how does this happen? I was determined to find the answer, and the quest was on. The search began with the biology program at UNH Manchester. My name is Nancy Fernandez. I am 53 years old, and I am considered a non-traditional student. However, as I look directly in front of me, I see students of every race, ethnicity, and age. I know we all have our stories. At UNH Manchester, diversity does not mean division. It means we share a common bond, a bond of learning that we will take with us as we graduate. When I received my letter of admission, I headed for the financial aid office, where Sharon Eaton guided me through the most important step of entering school, money. She can figure out your budget for a year in about 3 minutes. I timed her. My first semester, I enrolled in chemistry, and after the first class, I bolted for the door of the Center for Academic Enrichment, or the CAE. There, I encountered other students freaking out over stoichiometry. Just the word is scary. But we all found answers with Mike Chandler and the student tutors of the CAE. My next challenge was math. Really? Math? I hadn't opened a math book in over 30 years, and there I was in Algebra 1. Professor Koronsky advised me that there is no way you can write your way out of math. And she was so right. Although I still believe numbers belong alone without letters. Letters belong in the alphabet. Once again, CAE to the rescue with student tutor Jackie Timms, who always said, "You can do anything, Nancy, really." We will be friends forever. In a small school like UNH Manchester, support and encouragement, along with perseverance, is the norm among students, and strong, lasting bonds of friendship are made. As it was for many of us, I survived the math, and the next chapter in the story was the research paper. Here we learned that all the UNH Manchester librarians rock. Not only are they great at what they do, but they love doing it. They can find anything that has been written about anything, anywhere, in any language you want. A special thanks to Annie, Carolyn, Cindy, Rachel, and Ginger. Without you, I never would have had a works cited page in any paper I wrote, and I wrote a lot of papers. The thread that has held this story together has been Joy Breeden, the pillar of support for all of us who need academic accommodations under the American with Disabilities Act. Without you, we never could have done it. And now, on to the faculty, professors who have challenged and inspired us, who have shown us the path to our passions. Where do I start? With Professor Halpin, those of us in the biology program discovered the mysteries of the amazing cuttlefish. We learned so much about the human body in A&P that I was afraid of myself. And I am sure she will find a Nobel Prize winner in one of her classes. Professor Pugh, now that's another story. What professor makes you go to the cemetery and read headstones on Halloween? Did anyone else get confused as to which tree we should have measured? And was it okay if we just made it up? Do mice ever cross the road? And if they do, is it just to get to the other side? Thanks to Dr. Prescott, I am now a wiki master. I can insert pictures, documents, and create just about anything on a wiki page. Yes, I did become the wiki mentor. Also, Dr. P, I have always wanted to know, how many sets of organic balls are there, and what color are the carbons? Every time I put together a cis 1,2-dichloroethene, it just looked like a poodle to me. And I can't forget Dr. Doucette. I'm sorry, but I'm a eukaryote. Prokaryotes are smelly and not my type. The biology program was my focus, but there are many other great classes with great professors at UNH Manchester. One of my favorite classes was Politics in the Developing World. Yes, Professor Negron Gonzalez, I still read my textbook, and my new recreational reading is The Economist. Lastly, I would like to say to Tony Callahan, Vini, Vidi, Vici, or in Italian, venire, vedere, vincere. Unlike most stories, this story has no ending because we all will continue on our chosen paths. This fall, I will be continuing my quest to know the reason why my son has Chiari-1 malformation. I will be pursuing a Master's of Science degree in Cellular Molecular Biology and Biomedical Science at UNH Durham. It won't be easy, but I will keep trying and learning. I urge you all to keep growing, learning, and evolving. As Winston Churchill said in a 1941 commencement speech, never give in, never give in, never give in. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2012. Thank you.